Our next stop in 20 Towns in 20 Days takes us back to Newington, home to the American Radio Relay League, known as the ARRL. It's a destination for ham radio operators.
Yeah, this is very popular. Channel 3's Joe Zone visited the organization's Newington headquarters to learn more about the history of ham radio and the town's role in its development.
The National Organization for Amateur Radio, or ham operators, has been around for more than 100 years. It was founded on the premise that this budding radio community of amateurs from all over the United States would relay messages wirelessly from location to location.
And in the beginning, it was like, let's get a message from Hartford to Springfield. And then all of a sudden, it's Hartford to Cleveland. And before you know it, we're all across the country. And then this network of radio amateurs is around the world communicating with each other.
There are now more than 700,000 operators in the U.S., 3 million around the world, and most all of them have a connection to Newington. This is the most famous call sign in the world, W1AW, or as amateur ham operators know it, Whiskey 1 Alpha Whiskey.
For many radio amateurs around the world, coming here to visit in Newington and being in the station is a lifetime journey of going to sort of the headquarters of amateur radio.
Remember the original purpose of the organization, communication from one person to another? And I'm going to ask the obvious question. Go into my pocket, pull out my cell phone. How are you? Send. In 30 seconds, they're back saying, I'm great, how are you?
Yeah.
Why do we possibly need all of this when everybody now can do it like this, like that?
Places like Puerto Rico and in the southeast where we have hurricanes and wildfires in California, there continues to be instances where the commercial communication systems fail and the amateur radio community comes in, highly trained, embedded with Red Cross, their emergency operations centers, and they create quick networks of being able to close that gap while the commercial systems are being rebuilt or repaired. It's a backbone of communications that happens under the radar. You almost don't even know it's happening because the purpose of the ham radio community is to connect the dots, right, so that fire, police, hospitals, medical personnel can all communicate with each other in those gaps.
The American Radio Relay League, sending messages for more than 100 years, reaching out from its home station in Newington to ham operators all over the world. For 20 Towns and 20 Days in Newington, Joe Zone, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.